Hi everyone, welcome to my Urban Farm Community presentation. Thanks for being here. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Here we have a little narrative, by the community. I named it Oxbow Creek. We'll get into that in a bit. Feel free to pause this and read if you like. Here's an entourage. Our entourage image, pretty casual, but really gets the point across, right? It's a community of a variety of people. And, everybody's moving and hustling about, plenty of activity going on, but not too much. All right, so here we have, first main thing, our whole site, the colored isometric rendering of the building. Here there's some notable characteristics you can really see, such as like the strong lines as outlined by the trees, and also just the map building itself there. All right, so starting here, we have our floor plans. We'll be two floor plans or two sets, A and B and C and D here. A and B actually end up being the primary units for this building. As I was developing this concept throughout the semester, units didn't really seem quite fit too well, so A and B are the primary units moving forward from here. But this really gives a good representation. On the bottom left corner of each image, you'll see the original flicker ground unit that we did early in the semester. And then here on the main are the floor plans that we developed back in 3.4 module. So early design still, but a lot of strong concepts. Primarily, again, the theme of the strong lines is the you see here on unit A, all these horizontal openings, parallel pair, really striking. And in here on the unit B, we've got this horizontal opening here. This changes and ebbs as it goes, as I continue developing these. So, it does get longer and then I break it up. So it becomes a lot more reasonable, not a engineering nightmare. Unit C and D here. C was a bit too similar to unit B. So kind of those concepts melded together. But something you'll see that's noticeable in both C and D is that the living space and kitchen space is very emphasized, which really makes it great for social occasions. Unit D here originally had the front part cut off with a secluded interior courtyard, so kind of that like juxtaposition between the exterior public and interior private. But the spacing was a little bit weird, so didn't really find quite the right usage. But here also in Unit D had quite interesting openings with these triplet window openings resembling the shape of the building itself. Right, so here we have some massing components, just like the walls, slab, the ceiling, and also just interior walls and components. Here on the right side of the image, you can see it's Unit A. We have those parallel, tall, vertical windows openings again. You can see how much they really cast light into the space and really there's a centerpiece. Here we have Unit B. Likewise, that long horizontal opening, you see how it's much longer here. That gets fixed, don't worry. But the space is really emphasizes the tall ceiling, right? So if you look at the outcrop on the right of these bottom images, we got this interior roof portion that kind of minimizes the walkway roof. But once you get into the main long stretch, roof really opens up. You can really feel the space and the height. So here we have the plan elevations being pulled from our 4.4 module, as well as the ray traced models with their shades. So see, a bit has changed. In this case, this is actually two Unit A's put together. And that little nook that they had individually came together to create that courtyard space, kind of like in Unit D. There's also a little door. Not sure how well you can see it, but there's a little door that leads out, which allows folks to enter and explore this interior spaces. And here we have another group. It's Unit A and B connected on the long side. You can see some shade structures kind of helps provide some shade for the sun on the south-facing or west-facing sides, especially during the summertime. And in here, we're zooming out away from units and we're looking at the map grid really as a whole. These early concepts of the map grid really pull from like 2.2, our module. And so if you remember what the final isometric there looked like earlier, a lot of the core concepts really stay the same. There are still these long hallways in a sense, as well as kind of that header piece on the top right here. These are just some site plan drawings that we did. The one on the left is one we had done initially, and the one on the right we had done quite a bit later. But you can see the big shift here. The most notable thing is the orientation of the map grid. So before, it was running north to south, and then now on the new one, it runs east to west. This really was to accommodate the long vertical rectangles that these units were, but also provide some additional considerations for sunlight. So here we just have these site plan organizations kind of broken up. We got the building masses, there's courtyards, roads, pathways, trees. This is our original site. And here's the updated one. We have a much more stronger sense of pathways and lines. Units a lot more emphasized. There's a lot more trees. And here we have their final color, isometric. Pretty neat stuff. We got to focus this here. We got a marketplace and a primary plaza, top left here, and Over here on the right, we have the gardens and a secondary smaller plaza, still accessible, or parking lot that enters into the rest of the city. And there's more private walkway here on the right. Here we are, final considerations from our humble units, black and white figure ground units to our final color isometrics. So it's been a journey, and thank you.